On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Commissioner.
An official member of a government department or another organization who is responsible for controlling something or performing specific duties.
Examples:
Elect police commissioners. Commissioner of Patent Office. He became an audit commissioner because of his years of experience as an accountant.
Refugee.
A displaced person who has crossed national borders and who cannot or is unwilling to return home due to political, religious, or economic reasons or because of a war.
Examples:
Global refugee crisis. The refugee camp. The community warmly welcomed the refugees.
Migrant.
A traveler who moves from one region or country to another, especially to find work or better living conditions, a bird or an animal that moves from one place to another.
Examples:
Migrant worker. The movement of migrant birds. The government revoked his license to employ migrant labor crews.
Reaction.
A response that reveals a person's feelings or attitude. In chemistry, a process in which one or more substances are changed into others.
Examples:
Chemical reaction. Trigger a reaction. There was a chemical reaction of the lime with the groundwater.
Fence.
A structure, usually made of wood or metal, that encloses an area, typically for protection or to keep animals or people in or out. A dealer in stolen property.
Examples:
Fence post. A brushwood fence. She planted a hedge to serve as a natural fence around her garden.
Perspective.
A certain attitude towards something, a particular style of thinking about something.
Examples:
A perspective view. Perspective of the battle. His father's death changed his whole perspective on life.
Movement.
A group of people working together to achieve a shared goal, especially a political, social, or artistic one, the process of moving or being moved, physically or figuratively.
Examples:
A circular movement. Movement of troops. The movement of the dancers on stage was graceful and elegant.
Spike.
A narrow, thin, pointed piece of metal, wood, etc., a sudden large increase in the magnitude or concentration of something.
Examples:
To spike. To prevent blood sugar spikes. The recent spike in grain prices is partly due to the war in the producing countries.
Trigger.
To make something happen suddenly, to cause something such as a device, machine, etc., to function.
Examples:
Trigger a biochemical response. Trigger inflation. The incident triggered a political controversy.
Massive.
Enormous amount, very heavy and solid.
Examples:
Massive amounts. Massive stars. The recent economic downturn has resulted in massive layoffs.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples:
Relation between cause and effect. Relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration.
Tunnel.
An underground or underwater passage, typically for trains or cars.
Examples:
Tunnel construction work. Tunnel disease. The workers had to dig through solid rock to create the vehicular tunnel, allowing the cars to pass through the mountain.
Deteriorate.
To become worse in quality, to decline or degenerate.
Examples:
Deteriorate at a slow pace. Deteriorate condition. The patient's health deteriorated rapidly after being diagnosed with the disease.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
Nation state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Poverty.
The condition of being extremely poor.
Examples:
Poverty alleviation. The cycle of poverty. Many studies have investigated the relationship between poverty and academic achievement.
Suffer.
To experience pain, distress, or hardship, to undergo or endure something painful or unpleasant.
Examples:
Suffer a setback. Suffer bad grades. The older man suffers from arthritis and finds it difficult to move around.
Dramatic.
Very sudden, very excellent, or full of action and excitement.
Examples:
Make dramatic changes. A dramatic rescue at sea. The statement had a dramatic impact on house prices.
Aid.
Things sent to help countries in need, notably food or money, support.
Examples:
Financial aid. Country-by-country aid programs. Pakistan's aid budget was still being reviewed.
Abandon.
To leave a place, thing, or person with no intention of returning. Noun, a feeling of extreme emotional intensity.
Examples:
Abandon a friend. Abandon the practice. The castle was abandoned several years later.
Absolutely.
Without restriction or limitation, completely or utterly.
Examples:
Absolutely against. Absolutely obsessed with the girl. I am absolutely opposed to his idea because of morality.
Brave.
Showing courage or fearlessness in the face of danger, difficulty, or adversity.
Examples:
Brave soldier. Brave decision. The brave firefighter rescued the family from the burning building.
Suppose.
To think that something is likely to be actual or possible.
Examples:
Suppose you're right. Suppose beforehand. What do you suppose the culprit's motive was?
Warn.
To make someone aware of potential danger or difficulty, particularly one that may occur in the future.
Examples:
Warn a reckless driver. Warned me of the plan. I attempted to warn him, but he ignored me.
Consequence.
The outcome of a particular action or event, especially relative to an individual.
Examples:
Unintended consequences. The consequence of an argument. These economic activities had disastrous environmental consequences.
Breakdown.
A failure or collapse of a system or organization.
Examples:
A nervous breakdown. Breakdown maintenance. The breakdown of the machinery caused a delay in production.
Unprepared.
Not properly or adequately prepared, lacking preparation, not ready.
Examples:
Unprepared speech. Unprepared for the exam. The unprepared student struggled on the test and received a low grade.
Divide.
To separate or cause to separate into parts or groups.
Examples:
Divide the cake into 2 pieces. Divide money equally. Can you divide 123,321 by 11?
Recognize.
To acknowledge or realize something or someone, to identify, remember, or become aware of something that was previously known or encountered.
Examples:
Recognize talent. Recognize achievement. It's important to recognize your strengths and weaknesses.
Prefer.
To like, choose, or want one thing or person better than another.
Examples:
Prefer physics to chemistry. Prefer a window seat. The birds prefer open water areas with reeds around them.
Postpone.
To delay or reschedule something to a later time or date.
Examples:
Postpone meeting. Postpone event. Due to inclement weather, the game has been postponed until next week.
Decision.
The act or process of making up someone's mind about something, a choice or judgment reached after considering options.
Examples.
Decision authority. A selfish decision. She was struggling to make a decision between two job offers.
Proof.
A fact or piece of information that shows something is true or exists.
Examples.
Documentary proof. A geometric proof. Proof is better than argument.
Mechanism.
A part of a machine, or a set of parts that performs a task, a natural or established process that occurs during a specific situation or reaction.
Examples.
The mechanism for DNA replication. Defense mechanism. He discovered unique mechanisms for photochemical reactions.
Enormous.
Extremely large or great.
Examples.
Enormous amount. Enormous potential. Shakespeare's output of poetry was enormous.
Union.
A group of employees who have banded together to advocate for their rights and better their working conditions. The act or the state of joining together or being joined together.
Examples.
Bank and credit unions. A craft union. The trade union remained adamant about its demands.
Struggle.
To make a great effort to do something when it is difficult, or there are a lot of problems, to use force or violence to break away from restraint or constriction.
Examples.
Struggle against discrimination. Struggle to get the job. He could not struggle against temptation.
Mention.
To speak or write about something or someone briefly.
Examples.
Mention name. Mention in a report. I mentioned to him that I had seen his sister at the grocery store earlier that day.
Phenomenon.
Something that exists and can be perceptible, especially one that is not fully understood.
Examples.
Natural phenomenon. Historical phenomenon. A rainbow is a natural phenomenon.
Solidarity.
Unity or agreement of feelings or actions among a group, especially among individuals with a common interest.
Examples.
Solidarity among union members. Solidarity action. The workers showed solidarity in their strike for better working conditions.
Adequate.
Enough, acceptable, satisfactory for a particular purpose or need.
Examples.
Adequate parking facilities. Provide adequate funding. This argument is still not adequate.
Reception.
The act of receiving or the state of being received, especially warmly or kindly, a formal party of people.
Examples:
A cold reception. Reception desk. The wedding reception was held in the grand ballroom of the hotel.
Distribute.
To give something to a large number of individuals, or to spread or furnish something.
Examples:
Distribute wealth evenly. Distribute video content. His estate was distributed to his sons.
Possibility.
A chance that something may happen or be true.
Examples:
Possibility for growth. Possibility of a major earthquake. The possibility of getting the disease will drastically increase.
Relocate.
To move or move something or someone to a new place and build a house or a business there.
Examples:
Relocate a company. Relocate with a new job. The university relocated to campuses several miles away.
Approve.
To think that someone or something is favorable, acceptable, or appropriate, to officially accept a plan, request, etc.
Examples:
Approve a measures. Unanimously approve a resolution. My boss wouldn't approve of the plan.
Commission.
A formal instruction, command, or request given to a person or group, an official group of people entrusted by a government or other official body to control or enforce something.
Examples:
Commission appointed by the government. The commission of murder. She gets a commission on each contract.
Council.
A group of people who have been elected or appointed to make decisions or give advice on a particular subject or in a particular place.
Examples:
Other council members. City council election. The city council voted to approve the new development project.
Circumstance.
The specific conditions or events that surround a particular situation or occurrence.
Examples:
Circumstance of birth. Circumstance of injury. She explained the circumstances surrounding the accident.
Chaotic.
Without any order or organization, extremely disorganized, unpredictable, and confusing.
Examples:
The chaotic economic situation. Chaotic theory. Change is also occurring in Turkey as a result of chaotic reform.
Balk.
To hesitate or stop abruptly before completing an action, often due to fear, uncertainty, or opposition, to refuse to comply with or agree to something.
Examples:
Balk at extra work. Balk in fear. After her first attempt to bake a cake failed, she didn't balk at trying again.
Devil.
A supernatural being typically represented in belief systems as an evil or mischievous spirit, often used metaphorically to describe a person or thing that is harmful, dangerous, or wicked.
Examples:
Devil's advocate, devil horns. There are various ways to ward off the devil, including prayer and holy water.
Advocate.
A person who supports or suggests an idea, development, or way of doing something.
Examples:
An advocate of disarmament. Public education advocates. Advocates of abolishing the death penalty often argue that the alternative heaviest sentence should be life in prison.
Blunt.
Having a dull or rounded edge or point, not sharp, straightforward in speech or manner, often to the point of being rude or insensitive.
Examples:
Blunt criticism. Blunt force. The blunt knife made it difficult to cut through the tough steak.
Turkey.
Of an animal, a large bird with a fan-shaped tail native to North America, widely grown for food. Of a country, a Eurasian republic in Asia Minor and the Balkans.
Examples:
Swell like a turkey. Turkey breast meat. They prepared a stuffed turkey for Thanksgiving.
Crisis.
A time of great disagreement, confusion, or danger when problems must be resolved or critical decisions must be taken.
Examples:
Financial crisis. Crisis management. The Chinese word for crisis comprises two characters, one for danger and the other for opportunity.
Assume.
To think or accept something to be true without having proof of it, to take or begin to have power, to begin to exhibit a specific quality or appearance.
Examples:
Assume a lousy attitude to his boss. Assume an important role. The following example assumes that the capacity of each battery is the same.
Responsible.
Answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management.
Examples:
Responsible action. Responsible for customer service. She's a responsible pet owner who ensures her dog gets enough exercise and a healthy diet.
Institutionalize.
To establish or make something a part of an institution, equals a place such as a university, hospital, etc.
Examples:
Institutionalize a system. Institutionalize customary laws. The new policy aims to institutionalize the use of renewable energy sources.
Convince.
To persuade someone or make someone believe that something is true.
Examples:
Convince her to go with us. Convince an opponent. I am considering what I should do to convince him.
Shift.
A slight transition in position, direction, or trend.
Examples:
Doppler shift. Major paradigm shift. Could you help me shift some furniture?
Domestically.
Inside a particular group of people, such as country, home, family, etc.
Examples:
Traveling domestically. Rice produced domestically. The court's decision aroused little discussion domestically.
Mood.
The way you feel at a particular time, an angry or impatient state of mind.
Examples:
The mood in a room. In an ugly mood. His gaffe spoiled the mood of the dinner party.
Absolute.
Perfect or complete, or to the most considerable degree possible.
Examples:
Absolute loyalty. An absolute must. Gandhi had an absolute zeal for nonviolence.
Prime.
Main or most important, basic.
Examples:
Prime number. Deputy Prime Minister. After a thorough investigation, she's been named as the prime suspect.
Minister.
A person appointed to or a job of a head of a government department.
Examples:
Minister for Education. Deputy Prime Minister. The minister occasionally preaches at this church.
Controllable.
Able to be controlled or directed.
Examples:
Computer controllable. Controllable aircraft. The new software is much more controllable and user-friendly.
Invade.
To enter aggressively into another's territory by military force for conquest and occupation.
Examples:
Invade other tissues. Invade his privacy. I have no intention to invade your privacy.
Prop.
A piece of wood, metal, etc., placed beneath or against something to support it or keep it in position, a system, institution, or person that gives help or support to someone or something.
Examples:
Emotional prop. Prop stick. We have finally lost our last prop.
Sheltered.
Protected or shielded from danger or harmful influences, inexperienced or innocent of certain unpleasantness or harsh realities of life.
Examples:
Sheltered life. Sheltered housing. The birds found sheltered spots in the trees to avoid the rain.
Scared.
Afraid or frightened.
Examples:
Scared all the time. scared dog. I'm scared of insects.
Unfortunately.
By bad luck, unluckily.
Examples:
Unfortunately caught in a shower. Even more unfortunately. The treatments were done, but, unfortunately, were unsuccessful.
Inhabitant.
A person or an animal that lives in a particular place.
Examples:
The early inhabitants of Europe. Inhabitant tax. His family is the oldest inhabitant of the island.
React.
To take action in response to something.
Examples:
React at a high temperature. React against his way of thinking. How did he react to your idea?
Percentage.
The number, amount, or rate of something, which is usually the amount per 100.
Examples:
The percentage of the gold content. A high percentage. What is the percentage of the consumption tax in the United States?
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Policy.
A set of rules, guidelines, principles, or procedures that govern decision-making or action, often used in the context of business or government. A course of action or plan of action adopted or followed by an organization or individual to achieve a goal or objective.
Examples:
Health policy. Foreign policy. The company's new policy on remote work has made it a more inclusive workplace.
Evolve.
To develop gradually, or to cause the development of something or someone gradually.
Examples:
Evolve. Evolve over the past decade. Eyeless fish evolved in dark caves.
Trend.
A general direction in which something is changing or developing.
Examples:
An international trend. The trend away from television. The oil price continued their downward trend.
Complexity.
The state or quality of being complicated or intricate and difficult to understand.
Examples:
Cognitive complexity. Complexity theory. The project's complexity made it difficult for the team to complete it on time.
Mixture.
A combination of different elements, substances, or entities, usually in non-uniform proportions, resulting in a homogeneous or heterogeneous blend of physical or chemical properties.
Examples:
mixture of emotions, perfect mixture. The paint was a mixture of different pigments to achieve the desired color.
Discuss.
To talk about or examine in detail through conversation or debate, to exchange ideas, opinions, or information on a particular topic.
Examples:
discuss options, discuss solutions. We need to discuss the next steps for the project during our meeting tomorrow.
Misinterpret.
To understand or explain something in the wrong way.
Examples:
misinterpret the purpose, misinterpret the data. He misinterpreted her statement and got the wrong idea.
Voucher.
A document serving as evidence or proof of payment or authorization for something, often used for reimbursement or exchange.
Examples:
travel voucher, gift voucher. I received a voucher for a free meal at the restaurant.
Underfunded.
Having insufficient funds to support or carry out an enterprise.
Examples:
severely underfunded, underfunded programs. The healthcare system is underfunded, and patients are not receiving the needed treatment.
Insufficient.
Not enough for a particular purpose.
Examples:
insufficient evidence. There are insufficient doctors. We had raised a small amount of money from investors, but funds were insufficient.
Criteria.
Plural of criterion, standards or conditions by which something may be judged or decided.
Examples:
criteria for action, consistency criteria. He didn't meet all the criteria, but he was hired anyway.
Priority.
Something that is more important than other things and should be dealt with first.
Examples:
priority call, priority seating for elderly. Her priority is to be a mother.
Cooperation.
The act or situation of working together with someone towards a shared purpose, benefit, etc.
Examples:
cooperation with strategic partners, thoroughgoing cooperation. The cooperation between businesses and universities created this groundbreaking product.
Instance.
A particular example or single occurrence of something.
Examples:
for instance, notable instance. These articles cite 5 instances of climate change.
Grant.
To agree to give or allow somebody.
Examples:
grant a new license, grant a land. The chairperson granted him the right to speak.
Stability.
The quality or attribute of being firm and steadfast.
Examples:
Stability Pact. Fiscal Stability Pact. The policy should increase the country's monetary stability.
Difficulty.
A condition or state that causes problems.
Examples:
The degree of difficulty. Difficulty in breathing. He has difficulty exercising because of a back injury sustained in an accident.
Defend.
To protect someone or something from attack, criticism, danger, etc.
Examples:
Defend my country. Defend against a threat. International law allows each nation to defend itself when its rights and interests are illegally violated.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Salary.
A fixed amount of money that employees, especially those who work in an office, receive for doing their job, usually paid every month.
Examples:
A handsome salary. Salary after taxes. What are your annual salary expectations?
Unemployed.
Not having a job, although able to work.
Examples:
Assignment for the unemployed youth. People who are unemployed. My father was unemployed for so long.
Indicator.
Something that shows or points out what a situation is like or how a situation is changing.
Examples:
Indicator lamp. Performance indicators. Several IT millionaires have shown that the level of education is a relatively poor indicator of whether a business can be successfully run.
Bilateral.
Involving two sides or done by two parties together.
Examples:
Bilateral talks. Bilateral symmetry. Both countries signed the bilateral agreement.
Essential.
Indispensable, fundamental.
Examples:
Essential amino acid. Essential commodities of life. Trial and error is an essential part of education.
Multilateral.
Involving or occurring among three or more parties or nations, having multiple sides or aspects, characterized by a cooperative or consensus-building approach to problem-solving or decision-making.
Examples:
Multilateral negotiations. Multilateral trade agreement. The project's success depended on the cooperation of all the multilateral parties involved. Flexibility. The quality of changing or being changed easily according to new conditions or situations.
Examples:
Mental flexibility. The flexibility of the body. We dealt with those problems with speed and flexibility.
Invest.
To put money, effort, time, etc. into something to make a profit or achieve a result.
Examples:
Invest in stocks. Invest capital. The government should view children as national assets and actively invest in them.
Combine.
To join or merge to form a single thing or group.
Examples:
Combine chemically with another substance. Combine augmented reality. Hydrogen and oxygen combine to form water.
Instrument.
An object used to make musical sounds, such as a piano, guitar, or drum, a tool or device used for a specific activity, particularly in specialist or scientific work.
Examples:
Musical instruments. Surgical instruments. This electronic instrument is required to undergo periodic inspections to ensure precision.
Protract.
To prolong or lengthen in time, to extend the duration of something.
Examples:
Protract a meeting. Protract a war. The company's financial struggles protract the process of finding a buyer.
Distinction.
A difference or contrast between similar things or people.
Examples:
Important distinction. Draw a distinction. I can't see any distinction between these two concepts.
Humanitarian.
Something relating to the promotion of human welfare, or someone who works to promote human welfare.
Examples:
Humanitarian crisis. A truly humanitarian act. The organization is dedicated to providing humanitarian aid to disaster-stricken areas worldwide.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Infrastructure.
The basic systems, services, or features that are necessary for an organization or country, such as transport and power supplies.
Examples:
IT infrastructure. Infrastructure cost. Aging societies tend to require huge costs for infrastructure maintenance.
Overcrowded.
Containing too many people or things in a particular space, making it cramped or uncomfortable.
Examples:
Overcrowded refugee camp. Overcrowded with passengers. The school district is facing a problem with overcrowded classrooms.
Emergency.
A sudden unforeseen crisis usually involving danger that requires immediate action.
Examples:
Emergency action. Acute emergency. The president declared a state of emergency.
Frontrunner.
A person or thing that is ahead of the competition, a leading candidate in an election or race.
Examples:
The frontrunner in the sports industry. Political frontrunner. He is the clear frontrunner in the election for the new CEO.
Nomination.
The act or process of formally proposing someone for election or appointment to a position, office, or award. The act of designating or selecting someone for a particular role or purpose.
Examples:
Nomination process. Nomination list. The actress received a nomination for her passionate portrayal of a character in the critically acclaimed film.
President.
The leader of a republic, for example, the U.S., the person in charge of the organization, such as a company, university, club, etc.
Examples:
President Emeritus. Vice President for Finance. The club president does not have absolute power.
Trump.
A playing card with a picture of a trumpeter on it, used in certain card games.
Examples:
Trump card. Choose Trump. The trump suit in the game of bridge is determined at the beginning of each hand.
Shut down.
The act of stopping or ceasing operation or activity, a temporary or permanent closure or halt to a system, organization, or service.
Examples:
Shutdown operation. Government shutdown. The company announced a temporary shutdown due to the pandemic.
Representative.
Someone who speaks or acts officially on behalf of another person or group of people.
Examples:
An official representative. Sales representative. The media representatives had special passes.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Keen.
Having or showing quick and eager intelligence or interest.
Examples:
Keen interest. Keen observation. He was keen to learn more about the subject and attended every lecture.
Propaganda.
Information, ideas, or claims spread to influence public opinion or promote a particular cause or ideology.
Examples:
Propaganda campaign, self-serving propaganda. The government used propaganda pictures to spread its message of national unity.
Pave.
To cover something with a hard, flat material such as stones, bricks, or concrete to make it suitable for travel or use.
Examples:
Pave a new path. Pave a smoother road. They paved the courtyard with bricks, giving it a more polished appearance.
Recruit.
To persuade someone to work for a company, to find new members for an organization, the armed forces, etc.
Examples:
Recruit a good worker. Recruit a new hire. The colonial government recruited militia support when civil war broke out.
Penetrating.
Able to pierce or enter deeply into something, having a sharp, intense quality that cuts through superficiality or confusion.
Examples:
Penetrating gaze. Penetrating analysis. The penetrating smell of freshly brewed coffee filled the room.
Obvious.
Easy to see, discover, or understand.
Examples:
Obvious reasons. His conclusion was obvious. There are obvious differences between the two wine-producing regions.
Ethnic.
Relating or belonging to a group of people who share a cultural tradition.
Examples:
Ethnic minority. Single ethnic group. Each ethnic group has its unique rituals.
Religion.
A deep conviction in a supernatural power that controls human destiny.
Examples:
Religion sociology. Freedom of religion. Their religion strictly prohibits them from drinking or gambling.
Multicultural.
Relating to or characterized by several cultures, equals beliefs, languages, customs, traditions, etc.
Examples:
Multicultural society. Multicultural education. The school is known for its multicultural student body.
Undoubtedly.
Without a doubt, certainly, definitely.
Examples:
Undoubtedly successful. Undoubtedly talented. The singer's talent is undoubtedly one of the greatest in the music industry.
Largely.
Virtually entirely, to a large degree.
Examples:
Largely accepted. Largely mitigate the issue. Nevada is largely a desert state.
Homegrown.
Grown or produced locally rather than imported from another area.
Examples:
homegrown talent, homegrown produce. The restaurant prides itself on its homegrown ingredients sourced from local farms.
Convinced.
Completely certain about something, having a strong belief or conviction in a particular religion.
Examples:
convinced of the idea, convinced criminal. The public is convinced that the Prime Minister has committed fraud.
Passport.
An official document issued by a government used to verify the identity and nationality of a person for international travel.
Examples:
passport renewal, passport document. Carrying a valid passport is mandatory when traveling to most foreign countries.
Strategy.
A detailed plan of action designed to achieve a long-term or overall goal.
Examples:
military strategy, develop a strategy. Our plan includes a comprehensive marketing strategy.
Caliphate.
An Islamic state under the leadership of an Islamic steward with the title of caliph.
Examples:
the medieval caliphate. Caliphate lasted for 4 years. During the Caliphate of Umar, many new cities were founded.
Flee.
To leave by running away, especially out of fear or danger.
Examples:
flee their homes, flee abroad. It is a basic instinct to flee from a dangerous situation.
Crusader.
A person who is committed to a cause or campaign that they see as being beneficial or righteous. Historically, a person who took part in the medieval military campaigns to retake the Holy Land from the Muslims.
Examples:
anti-corruption crusader, a crusader for justice. The history books are full of tales of legendary crusaders who went on epic adventures.
Hostility.
Aggressive or unfriendly feelings or behavior.
Examples:
an act of hostility, bitter hostility. Her unconcealed hostility made us unpleasant.
Facilitate.
To make something easier or more likely to happen.
Examples:
facilitate a smooth transition, facilitate the process. The company implemented a new software system to facilitate employee communication and collaboration.
Essentially.
Relating to the essential features or concepts of anything.
Examples:
essentially correct, become essentially same. Essentially, a society is an organism.
Integrate.
To combine one thing with another so that they form a whole or work together. To accept equal participation for members of all races and ethnic groups.
Examples:
integrate into the existing system. Integrate both businesses. He found that it is difficult to integrate socially.
Extent:
the point or degree or area to which something extends.
Examples:
certain extent. The extent of the damage. I was amazed at the extent of her generosity.
Migration:
the movement of animals to a new location, frequently as the seasons change.
Examples:
the migration of birds. Overseas migration. There was a migration of impoverished farmers into the towns.
Margin:
the space around the edge of a page or document. Finance, the net sales minus the cost of goods and services sold.
Examples:
margin error. A profit margin. Unfortunately, the book's margin was too small to make notes.
Improper:
not following established conventions or norms for appropriate behavior, manners, or conduct, inappropriate or unsuitable for a particular situation or context.
Examples:
improper behavior. Improper road use. The patient suffered complications due to improper dosage of medication.
Uneasy:
causing or feeling anxiety or discomfort.
Examples:
have uneasy eyes. Uneasy relationship. He was uneasy about the situation and didn't know what to do.
Cohesion:
the act or state of keeping or sticking together.
Examples:
social cohesion. The cohesion of a team. We gain higher levels of social cohesion and stability.
Quest:
a long or challenging search for something.
Examples:
the quest for truth. On a quest for happiness. That adventurer traveled in quest of buried treasure.
Dignity:
the quality of being worthy of esteem or respect, high office or rank or station.
Examples:
respect for human dignity. Retain everyone's dignity. The failure destroyed his trust and personal dignity.
Conflict:
a strong disagreement, argument, or a violent clash between two opposing groups or individuals.
Examples:
the conflict between good and evil. The long-standing conflict. He and I often had conflicts, not only in personality, but also in ideology.
Displace:
to force someone or something to leave their home or place of origin, especially as a result of conflict, natural disaster, or manipulation.
Examples:
displace workers. displace the explosive power. The construction of the new dam will displace hundreds of families living downstream.
Multiply.
To add a number to itself a specified number of times, to increase or cause to increase very much in number or quantity.
Examples:
Multiply 5 and 6. Multiply about 100-fold. Multiply a number by itself twice.
Democracy.
A form of government in which the people have the authority to deliberate and decide legislation, or to choose governing officials to do so.
Examples:
Democracy advocate. Principles of democracy. Democracy often entails inclusive capitalism as well.
Republic.
A state or country in which the people and their elected representatives hold supreme power and which has an elected or nominated president rather than a monarch.
Examples:
Republic democracy. The Republic of Art. The United States is a federal presidential constitutional republic.
Governance.
The act or process of governing or managing a political, social, or economic entity, the systems or principles that guide such processes.
Examples:
Good governance. Corporate governance. The United Nations assists countries in building strong governance frameworks and institutions.
Impunity.
Exemption or freedom from punishment or harm, a state of being immune to negative consequences or legal accountability.
Examples:
Act with impunity. Enjoy impunity. The criminal was able to escape with impunity, despite committing multiple offenses.
Unpredictable.
Not capable of being foreseen or calculated, not regular or certain.
Examples:
Dangerously unpredictable person. Unpredictable outcome. The weather in this region is often unpredictable, with sudden rainstorms and strong winds.
Prevail.
To be common, widespread, or frequent, to be the strongest or most powerful.
Examples:
Good will prevail. Prevail in a suit. It is common for oppressive governments to prevail through violence, using military and police force to control their citizens and suppress dissent.
Tradition.
A belief, custom, or way of doing something that has been passed down from generation to generation within a group or society.
Examples:
A tradition of a culture. Against tradition. It is a tradition in many families to have a big Thanksgiving dinner with all their relatives.
Oval.
Having the shape of an egg, rounded at one end and pointed at the other, or having the general outline of an egg.
Examples:
An oval astronomical orbit. An oval-shaped object. The oval shape of the table made it easier for everyone to see each other.
Handwritten.
Written with a pen or pencil rather than typed.
Examples:
Handwritten character. Handwritten signature. The letter was written in handwritten script and had a personal touch.